considered subscribing to my YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified when I post new content. Don't forget also do well to comment, like, and share my video. Without wasting much of our time, let's start with today's tutorial.
To all my viewers, hello to my new and old subscribers, and if you're a new subscriber, I welcome you all to this channel. So in today's episode, I'll be taking you through on the general introduction to Pixellab part 1. You can see on the thumbnail, this is general introduction to Pixellab part 1. So normally, if you want to learn a tech trait, like you want to learn something in tech, like a skills, now you first of all need to know all the principles. Now after knowing the principles, now you need to know a particular tool. Now for the sake of graphic design, now you are a smartphone graphic designer, first of all you need to learn the principle of graphic design, the elements of graphic design, how graphic design works, and secondly, you need to know a particular tool. So if you're a smartphone graphic designer, you need to learn the tools and functions of Pixellab, like every tools and its functions, using Pixellab to design what to design whatsoever stuff you are to design. Because now if you don't know the tools and function of a particular software, it means you don't yet have the skills. So if you are a Photoshop designer, that is, you are using your PC to design, you need to learn the tools and function of Photoshop. That will enable you to design whatever design you want to design. So first of all, you need to learn the principle of graphic design. I have not made the video yet about the principle of graphic design, but I will make it very soon, telling you on how graphic design principle works, the color composition, everything, alignment, like how you position your elements in your workspace and all of that. So without wasting much of our time, let's dive into this tutorial. Now please, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe now. Please subscribe now. Encourage my channel. By the end of this year, I want to have a 1,000 and above subscribers. So let's go. Now create a new canvas. That is, I will click here. It's not really showing because my phone is on landscape. I actually put the phone on landscape because I'm making a video for YouTube. So I'll click here. I'm sure you are saying like that. Yeah, so I'll just create a new canvas. Just click here like that. Good. So I don't want the square size because this video is actually for YouTube. So I'll just come to my page, like my everything on my background. I will just I want to change my size of my page. So I'll come here like that. I'll go to my image size. Yes, actually I want a YouTube banner size because this video is actually for YouTube. So I'll just say, I'll click on my okay, here we begin. So in this introduction to Pixellab, I will first of all start with this text tool. I'll first of all start introducing to you this text tool. This is it, text tool. Now this is my workspace. And the dimension for this workspace is 16:9. That is a YouTube banner size. I went for 16:9. What you are seeing here is 16:9. So I will go to I want to start putting text to my workspace. I want to be bringing text to my workspace. So I'll go to my text tool. This video is all about this text tool. I'll go here like that. So if you click on your text tool, you see quotes, you see text. So here I can bring in a new text. I'll just click like that. You see new text. So if you want to increase your text, you can just hold it here and drag. You see, if you want to edit, you either double click on the text, or you go to your edit. These are your text options. Yes, these are text options, and how they have their own ways of working. They have different ways how they work. So if you don't want to double click, you can go to your edit. It's the same thing. Then you now If you want to wipe everything at once, you just highlight, like you just click and hold on it. You just click and hold. Take your, if you are using a finger, take your finger to the left direction. If you are using a mouse, you just click and hold. You do the same thing like that. Now you can delete. That's it. That's it. Now let me say introduction. Let me write my own text. Introduction. Let me say introduction. Okay, let me just write introduction. Yeah, you just click on your okay like that. Okay, so if you write the text and it appears like this, you just hold it here and drag. Okay, now this is a text that I have actually write on my using my Pixellab. Okay, now if I don't want this text, I can just go to my delete, and if I want to like bring the text back, I will just go to my undo. This is the undo icon, you see. So I'll bring the text back. So there is no redo. Pixellab does not have redo like Photoshop, because Photoshop has undo and redo. Okay, so if I want to like make the copy of the text many times, I'll just go to my copy. Yes, that's it, you see, copy. If I want to delete, I'll just click on what I want to delete like that. Okay, now there's an option. This is an option, send to front and send to back. Now you cannot use this send to front and send to back without having a layer, like an element where you want to send something to back or bring to front. Okay, so let me go, for the sake of this tutorial, for this send to back and send to front, let me import something. So I'll just go to my object tool like that. Let me go to my import. I want to actually show you how the send to back and to front works. Okay, let me say I have something like this, a burger like this. Okay, let me delete the text. Let me delete one of these, introduction to Pixellab. Yes, so you see that's a burger. Okay, I want now, okay, we are working on the text, so I'll just click back on my text tool. So I want to actually send this text behind this burger, so I'll just say send to back. You see the text is already behind the burger. If I want to bring in the front, I'll just say to front. Okay, that's all about send to back and bring to front. Now the next tool here is the function. Is the function tool. So if I want to like, let me say I want to like, is the position, sorry, is the position tool. Like if I want to position something like that, you can either hold the text, you put it wherever you want to put. Now if I want to, let me say, do a slight position, so I'll just go to my position tool like that. You see, move by 6 pixels. Now if I want to make it faster, I'll just go, you can see if I click here, this is moved to the right direction. Are you seeing? If I click here, this is moved to the left direction. Okay, now if I want to take it upward, you just move to the, if the thing is moving faster, you can reduce your move by, you can decrease it here. Like I want to move by 1 pixel, that is very slow. You see. Okay, that's all about the position tool. Now relative position. Okay, let's see what we can actually do with the relative position tool. So I'll just click on my relative position like that. If I want to center it, like from here to here, that is from right to left, I want to center it on the middle, I'll just click on this. Yes, you see, that is from right to left. I want to center it here, I'll just click here. Now if I want to take it like to my margin, to my left margin, like this is my left margin, like if I want to take it this way, I'll just click like that. You see, it goes right to where I have my margin. So I want to take it to my right margin, like if I want to take it this way, I'll just click like that. If I want to take it down, I'll just click here. If I want to take it up, I'll just click here. Okay, now if I want to position it, that is from top to bottom, like I want to position it around here, I'll just click on this. Now if I want to position it from left to right, as I earlier said, I'll just click on this. Okay, Okay, so that's the function of the relative position. Okay, now this is a text, like your text size. So if you want to, you either hold your text here, you increase it like this, or you come here, like you click on your size. You see you increase your text size like that. Okay, yes, so that's how you can actually increase your text size. Now this padding, this is how the padding works. Now there are some text, like there are some fonts where you can, maybe you write something, and let me show you something. Okay, there are some fonts where like you write something, and what we have here, we have introduction, but now we are not seeing the eye. Okay, understand? We are not seeing the eye. Now you use the padding tool, like you go to your padding. We have the left padding, because now we are not seeing the eye in the left direction. We have the left padding, we have the right padding, we have the top padding and bottom padding. Okay, now that's the case for when you are a web developer. We have the left, the right, the top and the bottom padding. Now if you are a graphic designer, you are actually using Pixellab. Pixellab has only the left and the right padding. That's how they built the application. Okay, so if, let me say, you write a particular text and you are not seeing maybe in the right direction, maybe this N is not showing, you go to your right padding, you increase it like that. But now in this case our eye is not showing, that is introduction, but we are not seeing the eye, so you just go to your left padding, you increase it like that. If it's in a case where your N is not showing, completely, okay, you just go to your right padding and increase it like that. Okay, so that's all about padding. That's all about padding. Okay, now we want to, like, let me say, change the color, the text field, the color of this text. You just go to your color. You see this is a solid color and this is a gradient color. Solid color means that is a particular color, that is one single color, is what they call solid color in graphic design, in web design, in like everywhere, even in video editing. Yes, we have solid and gradient color. The same for background, we have solid background and gradient background. Now the gradient color here means more than one color, that is from 2 and above, that is from 2 infinity, from 2 to infinity, we call it gradient color. So for the solid color, okay, you see this is a solid color here, so you just click on your plus icon to see. Now this is a color wheel. If you want a red, you just take it like that. You can work on it. So you just, if you want a red, if you want a blue, you just bring it here. After that, you just click on your okay. So that's it. Now for how the gradient color works, for the gradient color, I told you gradient means more than one color, that is from 2 to infinity. Okay, this is the gradient. So on the gradient, you just click on your plus icon like that. Now you see these are two handles. You see here is the more deeper section of the black, and Y above is the slight deeper black section. Okay, now you can add your handles. Let me say you want to have, now you have only 2 color handle here. Means if I work on it, it means I will have a gradient of 2 colors. Now if I want to add another color, that is 3, I'll just click on my plus icon like that. This is it here. If I want to reduce it, I'll just click on my minus. Okay, now let me work on 2 gradients. So I'll just click here. After I click here, I'll just click on this my color icon. Okay, now I'll say let me say red, a darker part, like a darker part of red, like that. Now let me go to this other handle. After clicking on it, I'll click on my color icon. So I'll click again red, but now that's the like I've reduced the like I want the deeper feeling of red. You see that's the deeper feeling. Okay, you can see here this is the deeper feeling of red. Why is this is the slighter feeling? So I can, like, you can just work on it. Yes, you can just work on it, but like this red above is too brighter, so I'll just reduce it a bit. I'll reduce it a bit like that. Okay, Now if you want to swap, you can swap your color here. You say, if I want to swap, like I want this to be on the top and I want this color to be below, I can just swap here. This is where you swap, this is where you swap. Okay, now if I want to change the looks of the look of the gradients, you see, I can change it like this. Okay, are you seeing? Yes, you can change it like this depending on what you are looking. This is the radial, so if I want to swap, I can swap the color like that. Okay, that's it. Yes, so this is all about gradient color. Okay, as I earlier told you, you can add another handle for maybe another color. Then you want to change the color, you just click here. Okay, let me say I want a blue. Yeah, you see, but I'm just showing you I don't want it. I'll just delete it. I click on my OK. You see, this is actually a gradient color. Okay, I don't want it. So that's all about color, the solid and the gradient color. Okay, now a texture means you want to apply maybe a photo inside this text, or you want to apply a background inside this text. We have rough and soft texture. Okay, if I click on my texture will take me to my gallery, okay, to actually select what I want to insert in that particular text. So let me say I want this burger in that text. Yes, I want that this burger should appear inside of the text. You see, now you cannot really see it because, okay, let me hide the burger and reduce. Let me say I want to reduce the, let me just type goods. Okay, yawa. So I increase it. Okay, yes, I don't know why the text really like hot. Let me delete. Okay, yeah, so I want to apply a texture. Inside of this text, so I'll just click on it. I'll click on it like that. Okay, let me say I want to apply this particular, like, let me say I want to apply this flyer. Okay, so I'll just click like, I'll just reduce it here like that. Like I want only this section to apply in that, inside that text. You see, you can see this is the image on that flyer. This is the, like, the girl's eye. So that's how you can actually apply a texture. And if you don't want it, let me enable it like that. Okay, if you don't want, you can delete it. If you want to scale it, you can scale it. If you want to, like, you see, good. So I don't want the texture. I was actually showing how you can apply the texture. Now this is the opacity. Opacity of a text. You can take your opacity. You see how the opacity works. I actually use opacity to manipulate my background, or to manipulate particular text where, in a situation where I don't want the text to be too visible, so I use the opacity. So this is how the opacity works. Okay, that's that for opacity. Now let me increase my opacity back. That's that for opacity. Okay, now you want to rotate, like you want to rotate this good text. You can either hold it here, like hold it here, or you come to your rotate. You increase your rotate, your rotate angle. You see, that's how you can. If you don't want it again, you just click on undo. Okay, that's that for the rotate. Now I don't want to talk about the mask, because this mask, the mask you are seeing here, is, I'll make a tutorial on its own, because it's really a powerful tool. So I'll make a tutorial on its own. Okay, now you want to change the text, the font. You want to change this font. You come to your font. Okay, the version of the Pixellab I'm using, this is actually the default font. Now if I go to my font, this is actually the font I downloaded myself, and I have a video. I will put it in the description. I have a video how to download fonts and install inside your Pixellab. Okay, this one is the recent font I've been using. If I come here, I'll see my recent font. I can change it. You are actually seeing the effect here. You see. Okay, let me say I want poppins, so I'll just type, if I have the poppins, I'll just type poppins. Okay, so this is a poppins, but if you don't have it, you type it, they will say you don't have the font. So I want a poppins. After clicking on the poppins symbol, I'll just click on my okay. So I've changed the font. Now here is where you can actually bold, your text. You can actually italize it, you can actually underline it. Now if I click on the bold, you cannot actually see it for now because I use poppins semi-bold already. But if I want to italics it, if I click on it, you see that's the effect of the italics. If I want to underline the text, I will just click on the underline, and if I want to cancel everything, I will just do it like that. Yes, I'll just cancel every effect here. If I want to italics, but I'll just go to my italics. If I want to cancel the effect, I'll just say okay. But if I want the italics, I'll just click like that. But let me undo. I was just showing on how the style here works. Now this is a curve, this is a curve. Now this you bend it like this. Okay, let me say introduction. Let me edit that text for you to actually see how the curve work. Okay, introduction. Okay, introduction to Pixellab. Okay, you just click on your okay. As I earlier told you, you can reduce the size of your text with the text. Okay, I will just relative position it since I'm not seeing it. Let it come to the center. Yes, like that. I will reduce my size again. Okay, reduce the size a bit again. Good. Now we are on curve. This is a curve. So if I want to curve it like that, you see, if I take it this way, you see how the curve is applying. Okay, so if I don't want it, I'll just take undo. But if I want it, I'll just click on my check mark. Okay, but I don't want it. Okay, so that's all about the curve. Now for this text, we call this text background. If I want a background, like I want to have a background for this introduction to Pixel, I will just enable it. Now here you can give it a gradient background like that. You can also give it a solid background just like that. Okay. Now for your left padding, it works the same. So if I take, you see, you can actually shift your padding. Okay. Now right padding, you see how it works. You see. Okay. Top padding, yes, I actually told you. Here for the text background, you have the left, right, top, and bottom padding. Okay. If I want my text to be like this, my background text to be like this, I can actually do it like that. If I want the bottom, I can do it like that. Okay. Now if I want to like reduce this side or these edges, so I'll just go to my reduce like that. If I don't want to apply this padding, this background effect, I'll just click like that. If I want it, I'll just click like that. I'll just enable it and click on my check mark, but I don't want it. Okay. Now we're on text background. They call this text background. You can see the capital T, text background. Okay, now we want alignment. Now we have the left, the center, and the right alignment. Okay, you cannot actually see that one because I only have a single text. So let me edit this text. I'll copy, let me duplicate for you to actually see how the alignment tool work. Okay, let me try to delete. Yeah, let's go for this. Okay, now what you are saying here is actually the left alignment. What you are actually seeing is the left alignment. This is the left alignment. Okay, let me go to my alignment tool. Okay, now let me give it a center alignment. You see, Okay, you see this is the center alignment. Actually, the reason why this and this are the same because they have the same amount of text. So okay, let me edit it. Okay, let me remove this Pixellab. You see how the center alignment now will work. You see. So actually this is longer, and this is longer than the rest, and this is the shortest. So that's how the center alignment works. So for the right alignment, you click on it and everything will be straight this way. So that's how the alignment works. For the left alignment, you click on it and everything will be balanced this way. Okay, that's all about the alignment. Now text spacing, this is called the text spacing. So you can actually increase your letter spacing. You see how the letters are going away from each other. Now if you don't want the text spacing, if you want a word spacing, like Pixellab is a word, introduction is a word, so you go to your word spacing like that. If you increase it, you see how the words are separating from each other. And if you don't want it, you just click on your undo. Okay, that's all about the spacing. The text spacing is the spacing. Okay, now for the line spacing, in web development we call it line height, but in Pixellab we call it line spacing, and in Photoshop is also line spacing. Okay, now if I want to increase that is from this line to this line, from this line to this line, I can. If I want to join like that, I will take it to the negative. I'll give it a negative number. You see negative 36. You see. So if I want a positive line spacing, I will just like so. You see how the thing is applying. Okay, you see. That's it. That's that for line spacing. Okay, now we have stroke. Here. If I want to give it a stroke, you see I've actually give it a stroke of black. I can change the stroke color like that. I can increase my stroke width. You see I can reduce it. If I don't want any stroke, I can give it a stroke of 0, that is no stroke, or I enable it like that. I disable it here. Okay, you can change the color, and you can also give it a gradient stroke like that. Okay, that's that for stroke. Now I want to give it a shadow text, a text shadow. Okay, let me delete all these stuffs. Sorry, I want to delete all these stuffs. Okay, I'll just click on my okay. Now I want to apply a shadow. To this particular text, introduction to Pixellab. That is introduction. I want to apply a shadow. I'll just click on my shadow and enable it like that. Okay, so for the shadow, there's nothing like gradient shadow. We have only solid shadow. Pixellab only support solid shadow. So I can change my shadow color like that. Now I can reduce the opacity of my shadow. Okay. Now I can reduce the blur radius of my shadow to make it more blurry. So you see. Okay, yeah. Now this is the outer glow. You see, that's how the outer glow works for shadow. Now offset X, you see how the shadow is moving in the right direction. That is offset X. This is a concept of math. That's why it's advisable that for you to do graphic design, you need to have some concept in mathematics. Okay, that's it. To move my shadow to the right direction, I'll go to my offset X. Now to move it to the left direction, I'll go to offset negative X. This is actually a concept of math when we are drawing graphs in secondary schools in Form 5. Okay, now offset Y, if I want to take it below, I will take it to the positive direction, and above to the negative direction. So that's that for shadow. let me give it a shadow of black. So just, yes, like that. Okay, so okay, let me balance my shadow. Yes, like that. Okay, you can see that's that for shadow. So I don't want shadow, I was just showing you. Now for the inner shadow means that the inner shadow purposely means that you apply the shadow innerly inside of this text. Okay, let's see how the inner shadow works. You just go to your inner shadow. You see how how the inner shadow has applied inside of this text. So you can increase you can blur, reduce your inner shadow. You can just play with your inner shadow. You see the offset X. Okay, you see how the inner shadow works. This is a concept of math. That's why I love mathematics, because mathematics actually applied in almost all skills you want to learn concerning tech, even if not tech. Okay, so that's how the inner shadow works. Okay, let me say I don't want it, I'll just disable it like that. Okay, that's that for inner shadow. Now for this emboss, I will not talk about the emboss because I already have a tutorial for emboss and I don't want this tutorial to be too long. So you see, I have a solution on how to override this cut for emboss, but I don't want to talk about the emboss because I have a tutorial on emboss and I will link it in the description. Okay, for the perspective, for this perspective, okay, now you see, if you check some design, you see how you see a particular text like this. That's a function of the perspective. You can also apply this same effect using when you are working on shape. So that's how the perspective works. Okay, so if I don't want the perspective, I will just click my perspective and this, I will just cancel it like that. Okay, let me, I'll just disable it like that for the perspective. Now for the 3D rotate, you see, that's how the 3D rotate works. Okay, you see, everything is all about the X and the Y axis. This is smart. If you understand the concept of math and you have been drawing graphs, all these things, they will be very easy for you. Okay, that's it. That's all about the 3D rotate. Now 3D text, I have a video on how to create 3D text. I have a video on how to create 3D text. I will just, if you check my channel, you see how to create 3D text. So I don't want to talk about 3D text for now. Okay, now 3D shadow. So let's go to the 3D shadow. You see, this is a shadow. This is a 3D shadow. Okay, you can change the color of your shadow. You can increase the opacity of your shadow. You can decrease opacity. You can blur your shadow. You can just play with it. You can expand your shadow. You see, if I expand my shadow to a positive direction, you see the x-axis and the negative x-axis increases. If I take it this way, the x-axis and the negative x-axis decreases. Okay, that's the concept of mathematics. Okay, now for the reflection, this is actually the last tool for under the text. This is the last option under the text tool, because this video actually was showing you on how you can apply different effects on your text. So this is the reflection. You actually want a reflected text, you just come on this your reflection and you click it like that. So this is it. If you want to separate it from the normal text, you just do it like that. Okay, that's that for reflection. So that's the last tool, reflection on Pixellab. That's the last tool. That's the last tool under reflection. We're actually working on the text tool. Now, one thing you should note about Pixellab is that if you click on an empty, like you click on your workspace on an empty area, you see you will not see all the options. But if you click on a particular layer, that is, you click on the text, all the options will appear, like they will come out for you. That okay, if you want to use a padding, if you want to apply a color, if you want to apply a texture, if you want to I'll not talk about a mask because I'll actually make a video. This is a great tool, so I don't want to like just yeah, so I'll make a video. So but if I click on an empty workspace, you see the text, you see there are no options. There are all those options, they disappear, but if I click on it, they come back. So that's what you should know when you are using Pixellab. So please let me know in the comment section if this particular video was helpful. This is a general introduction to Pixellab part 1 under the text tool. That is the text tool here, under this. Yes, so let me know in the comment section if this video was helpful. And please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe now. Okay, let me add a bonus to this. Now, this is an element. We have only one element, so if you want to see your different elements, you go to your layer. So this is your layer tool here. This is your layer tool. So if you go to your layer, you see okay, we have two. We are not seeing this because I hide it. So we have two. If I want to lock and hide this particular introduction to Pixel, I will lock it here, I will hide it here. Okay, if you lock it, it means you will not have access to like move it from one direction to another. If you unlock it, now you can, you see okay. If I unhide this, you will see the bugger. We don't want the bugger. So this is your layer tool. This is your layer tool where you actually want to see how many layers you have on inside your Pixellab when you are working with Pixellab. Now we have only one element here. That's why you are seeing only one layer. So let me say I want to duplicate. Okay, that's two, first, second layer. This is a third. And if you go to your layer, you see 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can delete your layer directly here. You can edit your layer directly here. That is, when you click on the edit, when you click here, you will have copy, you have edit the text, you have your size, you have rotate, you have relative position, you have color, and you have your position. Okay. So please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe now and make sure you watch this video to the end, because this is the best channel for you. For when you're a smartphone graphic designer, this is the best channel for you. Please, I will encourage you to share my video, share this video to your friends, encourage them to enjoy the same benefits you are enjoying. Let them have the same benefits you are enjoying. Please, reminder, if you have not subscribed to this channel, go back and subscribe now, so that when I drop awesome tutorial like this, you'll be the first to see the notification that the Spark Graphic has dropped a tutorial for you to go and watch and learn skills just like this. So this is the end for today's tutorial. That's the general introduction to Pixellab part 1. I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye bye. This is graphic design for you. I actually love graphic design. Although I'm a software engineer, I'm actually studying software engineer, but I'm here to teach you the insight of graphic design using a smartphone. And I'm hoping that very soon I'll create another channel to teach people who are using their PC to design. So bye bye. I will see you in my next tutorial.